Hey guys, it's Sanvi, the co-president of FAYE. Various FAYE members and I have created videos on classic pieces of literature. These are books that you may read in high school, middle school, or even university. They're books that have helped shape the world and the way that we think and read. In these videos, we'll be covering character arcs, the plot, themes, and topics that experts often debate about these books. We may even go into contextualizing the author's life to help you understand why a book covered the topics that it did. We'll teach you critical skills such as essay crafting and critical thinking. These skills will be really important in any future assignments you have on these books. I hope that these videos not only help you pass your class and your assignment, but they also help you cultivate a love for literature. Thank you, and have a lot of fun.
Hi guys, I'm Sonal from FAYE, and this is the last video in the Mouse series, and we are going to be mainly covering Mouse 2 and finishing it off. If you haven't checked out our other videos, go check them out. There is the first and third videos of our series, and they'll make a lot more sense before you start watching this video. So we left off where Vladek constantly compares Mala to Anya. And we also see that Vladek was particularly lucky throughout the Holocaust. He was able to acquire very useful jobs because he has this knack, this skill of being able to pick up other skills and complete those tasks. So first it can be seen that Vladek knows how to fix shoes. Vladek also knows how to speak English, and this really helps him throughout the book. You can see that he's able to get better treatment compared to other prisoners in the camps. He is given better clothes, given better food, and he has the officers are a lot more nicer to him. I've also seen that in the Holocaust, the prisoners were used as laborers until they basically died or they were sent to the gas chambers. Now we're going to take a quick turn from the Holocaust. And in the beginning, or basically throughout chapter 2 of Mouse 2, called Auschwitz Time Flies, it actually starts off with Artie and the mask of a mouse. And under him, there's a bunch of dead bodies, and it can be seen that Artie doesn't really feel like he's Jewish because he didn't suffer through the Holocaust like his father did. He feels like he can't relate. And there's a bunch of people trying to sell him Mouse 2 after the success of Mouse 1. So, for the most part, Mouse 2 is about Artie's struggle compared to Vladek's struggle. And you can even see the handwriting has changed. It's there's proper grammar and punctuation, and not everything is uppercase. But then after Artie starts seeing a therapist, then he knows that he can actually do this. He can write another book on Auschwitz, and that he can convey Vladek's story. So it only gets worse from chapter 2 and chapter 3 because the concentration camps, the size of the camps, and the number of prisoners is dramatically expanding. And you can see that Anya and Vladek's relationship is still prevalent throughout the camps. There was this very, very nice girl, Mancy, who actually helped Anya and Vladek communicate with each other. And she would send them notes and messages. And the thing is that this is one of the reasons why they both survived, actually, after the concentration camps and Holocaust was over. and that's the reason why they were able to escape to the United States after. But really, it only gets worse from there, because even after the they were done being in the concentration camps, they were left to go be in. They were transported right everywhere. But the thing is that there were so many diseases and infections going on. All the conditions were unsanitary. That Vladik was diagnosed with typhus, and later in the book, by one of the doctors, he's diagnosed with diabetes as well, which is one of the main reasons why he has to take so many medications and pills to support his body, because it went through a lot of trauma during this time. Um, but one thing that doesn't make sense is the fact that Vladik is also racist. He calls an African American person racist names, derogatory terms, when Francois, Artie's wife, tried to help him. So it kind of shows that even though Vladik went through this hard and difficult time, he himself is still racist. He is human. He doesn't consider himself as some extraordinary human being. And after he was saved by the Red Cross and the United States, Americans, that's the reason, one of the main reasons, the parts of the book when it starts to get better. And finally, near the end of the book, you can see that Vladik's health is deteriorating, but he shows Artie a bunch of pictures and memories that he has left over after the Holocaust and all this terrible genocide that happened, that was left with Michu's governess. And the book ends with Vladik's condition worsening and him being in the hospital. But basically, it is understood that Vladik's life was never the same. Anya's life was never the same, and for this reason, Artie had a very difficult childhood growing up. And I'm sure that even after Vladik has died, the memory of Vladik to Artie will always be there as a father who battled and survived a lot, who went through a lot of trauma, and who basically survived the Holocaust, who survived a mass genocide to provide his family a better future. Thank you for listening.